Hi. So that was a major fail. That was, okay. So we will not, I will definitely delete that one. But honestly, I've got to figure StreamYard out again. So this is going to be fun. All right, let me make sure that you guys can hear me and see me. I tried. I don't see. There it is. Okay. So we will not. All right. Anyway, I tried. I'm going to definitely work on that. So I've got a lot of things going, and you can tell this is a different, slightly turned format. I've got a different cabinet behind me. I have showed on YouTube how I was painting this cabinet with lantern. I don't have it finished, but I needed to set some things up. So we've got a few things to work on. I've got more spoons, and that's not gonna reach up there. So I've got more spoons. I've got a sifter that I want to paint and apply IOD on. I've got a clock, actually. That is a clock, and I was wanting to see what time is it. I was wanting to see if it was keeping time. And, oh, it is. It's keeping time. So this goes in there. And I like the face. So I want to add some IOD to that. I may do that real quick. We're going to paint, sand it up. This is just kind of like a thrown together rudimentary box. I thought it would be cute. I don't know if, I don't think that jars will fit in here, but it's a cute little box. So we are going to work on that. I've got a crate, and I cleaned it, and it's been a little while since I cleaned it. So we've got a crate that I want to paint, and then this crate that I want to paint. And it is it's a pretty cute put together box as well. It sort of looks like raw wood. I did paint the outside. It was very slick. So I painted the outside on it. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to get going first. And I think I do want to paint the outside of that clock, the base. So I think for right now, in the time that we have, I'm going to do this sifter, this box, and this crate. So let's get, and I'm not sure, guys, because how, now you can see my tools and stuff down there. This is going to be a cute little work in progress for a few minutes is what it's going to be. I've been painting this morning. You know me, and you know that I have to paint, and now you guys can't see my, that's the bad thing about this format, is that now you can't see. Let me move back a little bit. I've got a wet thing here, project on the floor. I'm going to move back as far as it'll go. I think what I might do, I don't think, okay, you guys are going to go for a ride just a second. I got to move a couple of things though. We're going to see if this works. Hang on. You're probably going to see a lot of stuff. Okay. That is not working. Hang on. This is going to be the funniest one, period. And I hope it don't hit the paint if it falls down. All right, let's see if this works. I don't know. You can see the sifter, and then if I sit down, you can see me. So let's see what that does. There we are. Okay. So I am just going to tell everybody hello. And I hope that if you join me, you can see that, you know, this is a lot of fun. there's a few things that I want to do. I want to get some milk paint mixed up. I want to, let's see, which ones? Let's see, here we go. I was thinking between Ocean and Suitcase. I think with the Suitcase, this was brown, but it was so slick that I couldn't, there was no way I was going to paint over it and actually get any amount of the traction that I wanted. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some Suitcase. I want to show you. You really don't have to tear that off, by the way. You can just open it like this. So the sample pack is $7.70. You can get it at my website, chalky-decor.com, or you can get it at Thrifty Nickel in Rockmart at my booth, Chalky Decor and Vintage. There, and as you go in the Thrifty Nickel, it is off to the right, but you'll enjoy looking around that place so much. So I just say, yeah, just enjoy yourself and look around everywhere. I'm going to mix this up. Let me show you. I can do a, I think I'll also do this, or maybe not. I don't know, because I might do Summer Cottage, or I might do Sweetie Jane, which is on sale for 35% off. What did I do? Oh no. So I'm going to show you. You can do equal parts the powder and equal parts the water. So with this one, let's see if I have anything in here. I am not going to do this much. So maybe this is a quarter of a cup. What is that, an eighth or a 16th? I don't know. Maybe. It's not much. We're just gonna throw it in here. And then this is my water. Let me grab a different water. I have water out here just for this. About choked on that one. And then you just add it to it. Warm water, hot water works really good. And it will be very thin to start with, and then you just let it sit and it will thicken up. With this, because I'm going to put this as an underbase, I'm actually going to add some extra bond to it. My little extra bond sample, I've got a bigger thing, a bigger container of it, but my extra bond sample is running. The extra bond, add 1 part bond to 2 parts of the paint. So if you did a quarter of a cup, then you will do an eighth, right, of the extra bond. If you mixed up a quarter of a cup of the mixed up paint. So actually, yeah, so if you did a quarter cup of the Sweet Pickins milk paint and a quarter cup of liquid, then you would just do half of whatever that is of the extra bond. For me, you don't need a lot. You don't need hardly any extra bond, because my Harbor cabinet that I painted, I painted some of it live, I think, and then the other part I did in a video. It was amazing how it stuck really well on that cabinet, and just did an amazing job. It did have some crackle to it, but the paint did not flake off like I thought it would, like I was worried that it would. And that was when I was first starting to use Sweet Pickins milk paint, but now I love it. So you're looking for a melted milkshake consistency. So just, it's already complete. mixed up. So we're just gonna let it sit for a second, and I don't really have any cleaning to do. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do on the crate. I know what I'm gonna do on this. Why is Facebook like advertising to me about spending money to do this? They're crazy. Anyway, so while that paint mixes or sits so it can reach the right consistency, I'm actually going to use Extra Bond because I don't know if I've seen anyone use it straight on metal and then paint on top of that, but that's what I'm going to do. Let me find something to pour this in. I'll just grab one of my cups. Y'all, I've got so many projects to finish, to get done. I'm just going to pour a little at a time. And this is Extra Bond. And what I'm trying to do is, if you've ever heard of the Connie method, Connie is the painted photographer on Facebook and on YouTube. She is such a good creative, very creative, with a great channel with all the ins and outs and just a lot of fun. But anyway, she did this to create a crackle finish. She discovered that if she put down Extra Bond on something first, let it dry, and then paint over it with Sweet Pickins milk paint without the Extra Bond, that it would create like a really nice crackle and look really old. I should have brought down my painted sifter. I have a sifter that I got from a estate sale a long time ago. It was when me and my husband were first married, so that was over 30 years ago. Probably over. And it was old then because I had never seen a painted sifter with, I think it's got apples on it. It might have actually cherries on it, and I actually use it. So it is mine. I use it. I'm probably not ever going to put it in the booth just because those are the things I like. Okay, and I'm actually going to paint the handle. And my handle, so my sifter is a cream color. And it has the red handle. I believe the handle's red. But the one thing that I found with this Extra Bond is it actually helps your paint stick too. So let's see what it does to metal. I really don't know. So I've got it on here, and we're just going to let that sit. And while that was working, I actually had suitcase sitting. Whoa, I can't get that on. I actually had the suitcase sitting so it could thicken up. And the longer it sits, the thicker it gets. This is good enough for me. It usually will get thicker than that. And I'm just going to use my same brush to paint it on here. Now, it looks like I'm painting it back the same color. I mean, pretty much I am. But like I said, the finish on it was like a stain. It looked like the inside, but very shiny, like it had a lot of coats of shellac on it. So, I didn't want that. You could see the wood through it. I kind of didn't want that. I mean, I could have just went ahead and got a piece of fuzz there. I could have went ahead and painted over it, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the inside the same thing. Kind of got a little dusty. I've had these sitting. These are my what I need to complete piles is basically what it is that I've had there for a little while that I needed to finish. And they can't be in my booth for people to appreciate and buy, or even on my website for people to appreciate and buy if I don't get it done, right? So this first coat is actually quite liquidy, very thin. I hadn't let it sit long enough to do it, but I'm just doing the inside right now. And you're gonna flip it because it's easier to do the inside when you don't have the outside wet. I'm just gonna flip it. But I thought it was a cute box. Anytime I find a box that I don't have to build, yay. Yay is what I say. All right, we are going to do the outsides now. While that top dries, I can do this, and then I can flip it over to do the bottom, because I'll go ahead and do the bottom. And then I'm also going to do that same crackle method using extra bond on this. But I've got to decide what I want to put over it. I'm out of creamy. I need to, when I redo my order for Sweet Pickins Milk Paint, which will be very soon, so I can stock the other colors that I didn't get, because it's quite an investment, but it's worth it because I love it so much. But anyway, so I need to order more colors, and also order a larger pack of creamy, like I've got Flour Sack, because I am now in love with creamy. I showed a picture of that creamy folding chair. That's creamy. I also have oh my gosh, a pastoral. I did a picture frame in creamy, and it is just so beautiful, because when it crackles and peels, and then you add the dark oil on it, oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous. It is a really pretty creamy color. I don't know how to describe it. An off-white. It's kind of warm but cool at the same time. It's kind of hard to describe, but anyway. But I had a blast yesterday. I hung out with a Thrifty Nickel. They're usually only open Tuesday through Saturday. Wednesday through Saturday. But they opened yesterday. There was a thrifting trolley, or a treasure trolley is what they called it, from Ackworth, coming through Rockmart, and the Thrifty Nickel was the original stop there. And well, I don't know if you'd say original, but they were one of the original stops there. So there were so many people coming through to do some shopping. It was so much fun. Oh, I just got that. I backed that up on what I needed to have done is I backed it up on my white crate, and I should have probably used my little pyramid, my painting pyramids, to flip this up so that I don't get it. But anyway, I have it on my Lazy Susan, but not on my pyramids, my painting pyramids that I made. touched it again. Just trying to make sure I get everything coated. Look how good that looks. Suitcase is a really a brown, but okay, I don't have this plugged in. A brown, but you know, a not a dull brown. But anyway, it makes a good, I love lantern for an underlayment, but I thought I'd switch it up and do suitcase for an underlayment. I like suitcase as just a color. And when you get the samples, you're gonna see that that the color is pretty much what you get. We'll see when it's dry, is I guess what I'm trying to say. It's pretty much the color that you're gonna get. Now when you add wax or a finishing oil to this, it does have a tendency to maybe darken up a little bit, but not too bad. Like it doesn't completely change the color. I'm going to do a Sweetie Jane comparison. I'll grab that and do that because I've got one ready and I was going to do samples at the booth. So yeah, I need to do that. We need to do that. As if there's more than one of me. I think my husband would pass out if there was more than one of me. I hit it again. I really like painting on a lazy Susan. So I can just turn it around. Okay, when I get it dry, I'm going to show you the color. I mean, you guys can really see it. You can still see the wood under it because it was pretty thin. All right, the top is fairly dry, so you can see the wood, but it was thin. Well, I'm just not able to get the my where I want the project. It's been a little while since I've been live. Yeah, just one of those things where life gets in the way of things sometimes. And sometimes when you're self-employed, it's either you work or life works you, I think. And sometimes that happens to us, but it's okay. You kind of have to meet yourself where you're at and forgive yourself and the other people with you, right? It's not easy. It's not easy being a parent and homeschooling a kiddo either. So, but I think we've got things worked out, and we've got some got the hang of things, so I think it's going to be good. And when school starts in August for my girl, I think she's going to know what to expect, and I think it's going to be good. I'm taking advantage of summer, that's for sure. I don't know if anybody else does, but like, I know my husband definitely has to get up at a certain time every morning, and it's usually pretty early, but I usually don't give Samantha I let her have like the month of June kind of off from a sleep schedule. A bedtime schedule, but I let her know. Now, if you disturb your father's sleep and wake us up, unless it's an emergency, because you're being too loud laughing or whatever is going on, Sometimes she jumps around and plays with her cat, but like, nope, then we're going back on the work schedule, which wouldn't be such a bad too early of a sleep time, but it still would be as a good sleep time. But anyway, so starting, and I don't know, moms, dads, if you're like me, I try to start a back to school schedule in July. They have got to get back to that. I don't remember doing that. Now, I do know that I was up pretty late playing sometimes, or out late playing sometimes. Especially, I think it was more on the weekend. I don't recall doing it a whole lot during work days, but, you know. All right, we have about got this done. I did 2 coats on the outside. I was going to do a second coat on this bottom. See, that was very little paint. And I'm doing 2 coats, and I'll probably have enough left to do more. There we go. Let's get this dry so I can flip it around and do that top part. I don't know if I have to do the inside or not. So let me know, guys, what are y'all working on today? I've got a lot of stuff. This is the things that I already had prepped, and some of these that I've already got prepped that I need to work on and get labeled, decide whether or not I'm going to take them to the booth or put them on the website. If you guys see something that you want me to throw on the website so that you can have it shipped to you, let me know, and I will do that. I know I'm definitely trying to stock my booth. I now have 2. But the end of July, unfortunately, Urban Market is closing the doors because the building's being purchased. So that booth is going away. I have applied and hoping to get into another market here in Cartersville. So I will still have 2 booths, that's what I'm hoping. I probably do need to get on some waiting lists for some other ones, but right now I'm stocking 2 booths, so it definitely takes products. I'm just ecstatic for the Thrifty Nickel one because I've got my paint, Sweet Pickins Milk paint, not necessarily. I've got paint there. I have IOD products. I'm just over the moon with that one. Okay, so we're gonna get this one dry, and I'm gonna set it to the side. I'm going to grab, okay, so everyone says that, that milk paint cannot, you can keep it overnight if you put it in the fridge, but you're not supposed to. Is this dry? I think it's dry. It's a little tacky. Let me see. Okay, so this is creamy that I'm about to put on this. I'm not going to put it on that. Let me go ahead while this, I know that this is going to get really dry, hopefully, or really hot. While this is working, or drying a little more, I'm going to get Sweetie Jane, which is the Cell Sweetie Jane. Now, this is what I have as my samples. I wanted to show this these are my samples. So when you open your pack, you've got a zip. This is a Ziploc bag, resealable bag, I guess you could say. This is the extra bond that I was painting on, and I'm actually going to put it on the black. This is Lantern, and this is going to be the raw wood. So, and remember, Sweetie Jane is, Sweetie Jane is the one that's on sale. Whoa, that is a very stiff and dry brush. So we are just going to paint this on, and while it's drying, I'm going to mix up Sweetie Jane. And then we're just going to do a lot of projects at once. Not a lot, but a few, several. I know that at 2 o'clock I've got to stay on my thing, but at 2 o'clock I know Carrie's actually working on a project outside, and we were so excited because this weekend we got the TV put up on the deck. It's in a covered space. So he has it on, and he's like, now remember, the Braves come on at 2 o'clock, so I need you to turn it to the Braves. The problem is I've got it on Roku TV, but oh my gosh, for some reason the remote is not working there, and I've replaced the batteries and everything. So I have on my phone the remote. You can download a Roku remote for your phone. So I have it downloaded, and it works. Don't ask me why the other won't work, but anyway, I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. I think I'm gonna put Sweetie Jane as well on that white tote. So here is how I mix Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. I know it's not right, but this is it. It's so unforgiving. I just get it in there a little more because I'm actually gonna, and I mix it. Is this the, yeah, okay. Little water to start with. So just, just get it wet. Sometimes you do too much and sometimes you do too little. But like if you did too much water there, then, next time just put very little in there. Because I'm doing a couple of projects, I'm actually going to mix. So that was a little loose. This is how I do. Oh, there we go. That's thick. May have to add a little bit of water, but I don't know. We'll see. So this is, to me, melted milkshake. What do you think? That's melted milkshake. It'll probably thicken up a little bit. I'm not putting, I repeat, I'm not putting extra bond in that one. I could probably put Sweetie Jane on the other. I could do Sweetie Jane on this. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Yeah. Okay. So this is dry, and remember it's got the extra bond. So where it's got extra bond in the brown, because I did not want it peeling. And you can see no peeling, no cracking, no flaking off. It has stayed, and you see the color. Okay. So this is Suitcase. It's just a little bit darker than what the actual color is, but anyway, so that's it. I think we will put Sweetie Jane on this. So this is it. This had the extra bond. So while that's drying and that's drying, this is how I work. I hope that and when I'm doing projects and when you're doing projects, it's so easy to just pick some colors and just roll. That way you have a couple of projects that you're gonna work on at one time and go with it. And one of the things I like a lot about Sweet Pickins Milk Paint is you mix up as much as you want. Now I know that a lot of paints have the screw top and stuff, and you can seal them pretty good and save them. But what if you don't like the color? What if you you know, forgot you had the color or whatever? I've had some paints dry out on me. Especially some of them I couldn't, you know, I didn't either tighten the lid down all the way or whatever. And, you know, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I've got that color. Oh no, I don't have that color. I like Sweet Pickins Milk Paint for that. But because you can just mix up whatever you want, and it's pretty shelf stable when you don't mix it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to not hold this side. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what this does, the crackle and all. Whenever I do a crackle, I just like to have the underpainting be a little darker. You could do raw wood, this straight over raw wood, and see what that's like to crackle and see the raw wood under it. I just like the dark under it. But I'm experimenting when doing the metal under it. That silver metal. We're going to see what that looks like. All right. There we go. I got that done. I'm going to grab a... Honestly, I've got so much over here that I really want to wash this brush. So I'm going to use this as a... Anybody else does this? I just want to wash the brush so that I don't have extra bond in it. Now there's probably still going to be some residue in it, but it's okay. I don't think it'll be enough to be a problem. All right, I've got so much everywhere. What are you? Oh, you're the extra bond. Okay, let's move this water back over here. Let's see if Sweetie Jane needs more water. Yes, it does. And we don't want any extra bond in it, so I don't want to get it mixed up. It was really thick. Like, look. That's more milkshake consistency. That's like a DQ where they dump it upside down. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Did anybody see the photo that I posted of our tomatoes? God, them things are huge. They have grown so much. All right, so we're waiting on this to dry. It's still drying, and then we're gonna wait on this to dry. So Sweetie Jane's going back over there, and I'm actually gonna move the box that way and get this. So yeah, I'm in a way trying to recreate my sifter, because I'm putting creamy on this. This poor brush has... Now this is definitely going to be a sifter that I probably wouldn't use. Because you don't want to wash it. Well, who washes a sifter? Do you wash sifters? I haven't washed mine. I did the first time I brought it home, but I keep it in a sealed container so I don't have to wash it. I'm gonna see if Sweet Pickins Milk Paint will stay on this as because I know it's metal and you know. Sweet Pickins Milk Paint probably wouldn't stick to metal. And this paint is leftover. I mixed it up yesterday. Yeah. Well, in the morning. I mixed it up that morning. Trying not to get that many streaks, but I think streaks are what makes the crackle magic, I guess, in a way. It's rather thin. I did add water to it to thin it out. I'll probably put another coat on it. Have to get that off. Okay. Let's see if I can paint under the handle without getting much. Time to stand up. My watch is telling me I need to stand up. I don't know where my watch was earlier when I was running all over the place. So my watch can just go and sit this one out because I've been doing more than it thinks I have, which is kind of funny. And sometimes it's a little defeating when you know you've done more and it just isn't catching it. I mean, yeah, you can track some pretty good things with it. But, and I mean, it tracks my steps, like going up and down my steps, because, you know, sometimes I have to go 3 floors up, 3 flights, but it has a tendency to not catch them sometimes. I'm like, where have you been? And sometimes it doesn't know that you're standing. I think when it says for you to stand, I think it's meaning to walk around. All right, so that's creamy on the sifter. I think I've got it where there's hardly any drips. Oh. Didn't get up there. Oh. So I think we're good on that. I'm gonna set it to the side and let it, I just want to use up all of this creaming without doing that. Is that suitcase? Okay, so suitcase, I'm just gonna zip up because I don't need it right this second. I'm gonna slip it back here. All right, so let's see if this is dry. Doesn't look all the way dry because you can still see some of the, it's still white. I think it needs to be clear. Just gonna get it hot. Get some air and heat on it. Same thing with this. All right. So now let's get the Sweetie Jane, which is the one that's on sale. And let's see, where is that? Here's the brush. And I'm just gonna do it all over the, this is a piece of trim. I'm going to paint all of it. And I'll probably do a couple of coats. I'm just going to do the front so I can write on the back. And I've got samples. So if you stop by the Thrifty Nickel, especially after Tuesday is when I plan on taking all the samples of the milk paints that are there. Up there. So you can see the sample and see what it looks like painted out on something. So, and you can see, let's see. See, I mean, it drips, but it, you know, it's thick, but not too thick. So it's like a melted milkshake. And if you don't want it to chip, you mix in, like I said, the Extra Bond with it, like I did the suitcase. And it goes on and it doesn't chip or flake off. You guys can't even see it. It covers that black pretty good, that lantern, when it's that thick. Can you tell which side's which? It's hard to tell on camera, I'm sure. If you paint Sweet Pickins milk paint on raw wood, it is gonna stay. Soaks into the wood soaks it up, whatever you want to say, and you don't have a problem with it. See, what time is it? Oh my gosh, 5 minutes. And he's going to want me to turn on the Braves so he can watch it. Hello. Yes, this is Sweetie Jane is a gorgeous color, isn't it? It's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to let that dry, and then I'll paint it on this. So that's going to dry. And then, let's see. This is a little... Hey Michelle, I didn't see you pop on, but I hope you're having a good day. But this is, remember, it's got suitcase on first, that I did add Extra Bond to the suitcase to make sure it wouldn't flake. I didn't want the suitcase flaking off or anything. I wanted it to be the under painting for this Sweetie Jane. All right, we gotta move you. And so now I'm gonna, probably I'll paint the inside later. It's always one of those things where it's like I'm under the gun. I love this Sweetie Jane. It's gorgeous. Okay. Let's get the outside. And what I've noticed is, I don't know if it's me, but the thicker that you make the paint, the quicker it dries, or it starts drying quicker. So it will get tacky, like your brush will start dragging. So then just get some more. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, since it's on sale this month, I know. It is a beautiful color. Did you get a pint bag, or did you get a quart? Because, oh my gosh. It's one of those that I will definitely go through quick, I think. All of these colors. And then the next month color is going to be gorgeous too. It's going to be fun to get and play with. But I'm thinking though that this Extra Bond is, it feels like, as thick as I put it on, it feels like it's like, I know that the paint sits on top, so it's not too bad soaking in, but yeah, it seems like it stretches and goes a long way. I'm gonna try to move this to the middle. So to me, it feels like your paint goes a long way if you put extra bond on. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, that's funny. Did I really just put a water lid on the top of my extra bond lid? Oh my goodness. That's me. Where did my pyramids go? I'm looking for these. A pint, yeah. That is going to go a long way. That is for sure. All right, so I know that I'm probably going to make a error and put my fingers in wet paint, but I'm sorry. I just have to prop that up. Yeah, I know when it comes to Sweet Pickens flour sack, I have to buy that by the gallon. I paint almost everything flour sack, which I'm thinking that when I do my next order of Sweet Pickens milk paint, my next stock, I think I'm going to do creamy that way. I'm going to buy a gallon of creamy. And I may need to do lantern too, because lantern's my go-to underpainting. So it's my go-to. I mean, and it's a lot. It's a lot. The gallon is here. So that's the gallon. It's a lot. But when I say I go through it, I go through it. Love it. Because that's what I paint all of my things that I make, like my pedestals and everything. Bought a gallon of flour sack. Yeah, you got to. Because you got to have that. Okay. So there we are with that one. Let me pick up this one and see where I'm at. See if we can get some. Because the one side, I'm going to two-coat this one. Although I do have the extra bond on it, I am going to two-coat it. Especially on the other side. I don't know if you can see the crackle. You can see where the black is. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I don't know. I may not two-coat this. I think I might have had it. Wow. All right, let me show you. So you can see where I had the black under it and where I only put the extra bond on where the black was, and that's on this side. And you can see it. And this was raw wood, and you can see how it does, how Sweetie Jane does. All right, let's do another coat. I'm actually going to do another coat. Let's see. That way it has really good coverage, and we'll see what that does. I don't know. It might not. It might. We're going to see. And then I want to get back to my sifter. That crack, I know. I love it. The first time I did that with the extra bond, I put it on my pedestals, and I couldn't for the life of me get it to peel, but it had crackle. But I like the peel up too when it comes to my pedestals. And trying to do, let me grab this. Trying to do, I'm gonna see if it crackles again. I hope it does. Trying to do the old salvage look on my pedestals where it looks like it's got a million coats of paint on it and it's peeling off and you can see a different color underneath. Trying to do that with it is usually what I do. But it was funny because, oh, now I've got some crackle on the other side. I guess because it's really thick paint, but not a lot, not a ton. Well, it's gonna peel up too. Oh, I love that. Hang on. I like the thick crackle. And I'm putting heat on it too, so I think if you'd let it go overnight, it'll do the same thing. But all right, here it is. So the second coat just added to it. And I've got a little bit of crackle over here. But wow, I love it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And then what I'll do is I'll either do a clear wax over it or dark oil wax. You haven't seen my pedestals? I have them on my website. I also have them on Etsy. They're ones that took a lot of my time. And so I stopped, but then, yeah. So anyway, it sounds like someone, my daughter to be exact, is coming to tell me my time's up. So, let's see. I want to get this one done. I may do a second coat on this one. I didn't get to any IODs yet because I was running out of time because I was late getting on. I tried to do StreamYard so I could do YouTube and Facebook at the same time, but I wasn't able to do that. It didn't work out quite the way I'd planned it. So let me show you this one. It's crazy how it's different from one side to the next. It's nuts. But anyway, I like the brown under it too. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so this one has larger cracks. And it's gorgeous. I love it. And now this side has smaller cracks. It's nuts. I love it. This looks more like alligator, I think, or maybe not. I don't know. One or the other. But it is a gorgeous little box now. Now I'll do the inside and then I'll probably just do a reel showing that. Let's see. No. I don't want, I just knocked over a paint. Okay. And then this is the, sifter that I'm doing. I'm trying to see if I want for milk paint to sit on this and to finish, to stick. So I put Extra Bond under this creamy and I'm going to see if it sticks. So that's what I'm testing on this. So otherwise I probably would have used a DIY clay-based paint. So anyway, okay, so I'm out of time for today, but if you check back in to some reels and stuff, I will be putting some IOD transfers on these and finishing those up and getting them either to my booth or throwing them on my website for your viewing pleasure. So anyway, thank you. Oh, thank you for the hearts. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. And I look forward to jumping back on and making it a regular every Wednesday again for my Work With Me Wednesday. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good day. Bye.